All right, so let's begin. And just going to invite you to take in some nice deep breaths in your own time, all the way into your belly, and just feeling just feeling yourself in the space in your body, on the surface that you're on. And as you're feeling yourself in the space, just in your physical body, but allowing your breath to connect to the all that is. Just inviting you to send two beautiful silver roots down into Gaia. And deep in the heart of Gaia, there is a beautiful bank of aquamarine crystal that we can wrap our beautiful silver roots around. The aquamarine crystal is going to help us just to tune into that frequency of water, that beautiful blue-green energy. And on your next in-breath, you can just drink in Gaia's grounding energy, her healing energy, as well as all the beautiful energy from the aquamarine, and just bring it all the way up into your root chakra and allow it to just flow all the way up. As you're breathing in and out, just allow it to flow up through your sacral, the solar plexus, into your heart. It forms a little ball in the heart that then all of a sudden starts to form a horizontal plane as it comes out around us. And the energy continues to move up into the throat, the third eye, out the top of the crown, and shooting all the way up into the cosmos. And let's anchor ourselves into our soul and then into the great central sun, our soul being the gateway, our sun, into the great central sun. So now we have this beautiful column of this earthly energy connecting with the heavenly energies, as well as this beautiful horizontal field that is now emanating from our heart space, going out in all four directions, front, back, left, right, merging with the vertical column and creating this beautiful cocoon around us. Gaia's energies, the cosmic energies, and the beautiful frequency of aquamarine. I'm also just inviting into the space the diva, the little elemental that lives within that aquamarine bank that we have anchored into, and just inviting her to be fully present with us here, and thanking her for this beautiful frequency that she has brought into our field today. The dragons are holding the perimeter, protecting the space for us. And just inviting you to start breathing in and out through your heart space. And maybe each time you breathe out, you can amplify your field a little bit more, making that egg around you a little bit bigger, a little bit taller, a little bit wider. Just starting to feel where you no longer end and the universe begins, a complete merging of the consciousness. As we are fully anchored into Gaia, we're just expanding our consciousness out. And just once again calling the beautiful Dolphin into the space, this beautiful dragon who works deeply with the whales and the dolphins. And also calling the etheric energy of Gaia into the space in the form of a dragon. We know that we live on a dragon, as we know that the dragons were the creators of our beautiful planet. Their energy runs through every single one of her ley lines, exactly as Source consciousness runs through every one of our meridians. We are one. And so now Dolphin is stepping forward, and he is inviting us to climb onto his back, and we are going to be taken to a body of water. And as we fly through the space with the beautiful Dolphin, We land next to this beautiful, quiet, serene lake. All I can see are trees and little toadstools. And there are butterflies and there are little creatures everywhere. I mean, I can see fairies, I can see unicorns. I feel like we are in a beautiful, magical forest. I don't know where this is, but in the center of it is this beautiful lake. It's pristine and there are fairies jumping around off the top of it, and it is the most beautiful space. There is such love and harmony and purity and such a deep sense of peace in this place that we find ourselves in. And as we look into this beautiful lake, we're invited to enter the lake as we are needing to be in the water so that we can fully connect in with the consciousness of the whales and the dolphins. There are a whole lot of water dragons that are also rising to meet us. They are holding the space. And the image that I'm getting is almost like they're a bridge. They are going to bridge our consciousness to be connected to the whale and the dolphin consciousness. So as we sit in the lake, there are these bubbles that are now starting to form. And up beside us now are popping up some beautiful whales. This pond this lake has suddenly become more like an ocean, but we are still in this forest. And I mean, there are all sorts of whales. I can see orcas, I can see sperm whales, I can see blue whales, I can see there's just so many whales, and they are big and small, and they're all just coming up around us. And if you want to tune in, we can just hear the sound of their blowholes. We're getting these poof, poof, poof all the way around us, and we realize that they have encircled us. And the dolphins are now coming in, and they are chattering and clicking, and they always look like they're smiling to me. They've got such a joyful energy to them. And what I'm really getting is that the water dragons and the dolphins, with all of their joy, and the whales here, as well as Dolphin, the dragon, we're just going to take a couple of moments here just to allow the water and all these sounds, these clicks, the sound of the blowholes, just all of it in this very quiet space, this beautiful, peaceful space, just really allowing that sound to flow in through the energy body, through the heart, and into the emotional body. I'm really being called to just allow us to have a bit of a cleansing. There is a letting go. There may be some emotions that are coming up. I'm feeling a little bit emotional, but the point is here to just let everything go. And we're just going to take a couple of minutes to just allow our physical heart and all of our emotions, as well as our emotional body that is etheric, is part of our subtle body, part of our aura. Just allowing all of these sounds and the water of the lake itself to just cleanse our emotional bodies. And just continuing to breathe as this happens. Setting the intention to let everything go that no longer serves us. They're asking us to let go of sadness, to let go of guilt, to let go of sadness, of all the pain, anything that we are carrying because we feel in an unfeeling world. But they want us to let it go. They want it is time for transmutation, and the dragons can help us with that. But just allow our tears, if there are any, And if there are other emotions that come up of anger and rage and frustration, guilt, shame, whatever it is, just allowing them to flow out of you. And if that means that they need to flow out of you, just allowing your physical tears to just merge with the waters that we find ourselves standing in. Just continuing to breathe. Each breath allowing yourself to be filled with new life, new energy, source energy, Gaia's energy, dragon energy, whale and dolphin energy, as you let go of the things that we don't need to hold on to anymore. Filling ourselves with the joy of all of these beautiful creatures that are surrounding us. The message that's coming in is that we can feel the sadness and we can honor what is happening in our physicality and on our physical realm, in this physical space. But what they want us to start doing is just letting it flow through us, to just acknowledge it. Acknowledge the pain you're feeling in yourself, seen in another, seen on the planet at large, whatever it is. Acknowledge it, honor it, give thanks for being able to experience that emotion, but then to let it go. There is an element of these things being able to flow through us, but not to hold on to them anymore. And they are saying we don't need to hold on to that, because all it does is it drags us down. It makes us sad, it makes us heavy. That can lead to a sense of hopelessness, like this is too big for me to carry. And what they're saying to me is we were never meant to carry it, we were just meant to feel it. The feeling is everything, and in that feeling we honor. In that moment we can take a time to pause, to breathe, to cry, to shout, to feel anger, whatever it is to come up. But that is enough. We do not need to carry it. They want us to stop carrying this. They don't want us to stop feeling, but they want us to stop carrying. And I'm sitting here asking them, how on earth do we do that? And they are saying that if we are just present, and then we just breathe, we use our breath. That's what the breath is for. We have forgotten. We're not meant to pack it down. So spend some time in the present moment. If you need to spend 5 minutes or 10 minutes, sometimes it might just be a couple of seconds. If you need to cry, do that. But afterwards, breathe. Breathe through all of it and let it go. Let it go. Feel it in the now. And you don't take it forward. These are like weights. Weights keeping you tethered. Weights keeping you down. Weights keeping you heavy, feeling hopeless. You witnessing it, holding space for it, whether it is a couple of seconds or 10 minutes or an hour, is exactly what you need to be doing. All you need to be doing is witnessing it, allowing it to flow through you so that you can feel it, and then you let it go. That is the mastery. Wow. This feels like an incredibly pertinent message for me in particular. I've been a little bit bogged down by some of the stuff with animals lately and feeling like I am too small to do the job that I'm here to do. Like I can't carry the pain of all of these animals that I'm trying to help. And this message is really that I'm not meant to be carrying it. Just by witnessing it and holding space for it in that moment is enough. And I know that everybody here with me is an animal lover, so I think this applies to all of us. No more carrying, only witnessing, honoring, revering, feeling, and then letting it go. I can still hear a whole lot of clicks around me, the sounds of the blowholes. The whales are swimming around us, as are the dolphins and the dragons, and they're creating like a little whirlpool. And as this whirlpool forms in the center, in the middle of us, there is almost a space that we can go into. It's almost like looking at water as it goes down a drain, where there is a space where there is no water, and there is almost like this tunnel that we are being asked, if we feel called to just go down into with them. Go down into the heart of the ocean. What I'm seeing here is that we are going to be taken down into a space where there is this frequency, this very different frequency that is very, very, very deep in the ocean, where we physically can't go, but we are going with our consciousness. And there is this beautiful, beautiful, massive blue whale that is leading the way behind Dolphin, the dragon, the beautiful dragon that is connected to the dolphin and the whale energies. And as we follow in her wake, we just find that there is this effortless current, like a slipstream, that we're able to just follow. We don't even need to swim or anything. We're just being drawn along behind her. It's like she is magnetic. And the rest of them are all circling around us, keeping this like whirlpool space as we go down, 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 down into this very deep part of the ocean, into this frequency band. And we find ourselves here in this frequency band, and now we're almost sitting in this space that is, it feels like a gas. It's almost like we're in water, but it's a gas. So it's like air. It's very difficult to describe. But the whales and the dolphins we're eye to eye with all of them now. They are looking at us in the eyes. They are swimming past us, and I've got a whale in front of me. Her eye is, wow, it's huge as I'm staring into it. There is such wisdom, and as you stare into their eyes, it's almost like being drawn down another tunnel, just so much wisdom. But most of all, what I'm feeling, and it's pretty overwhelming, is the love. And they are saying to me, why on earth would you expect to find anything else but love here? Because if we carry the records of all that is love. There is nothing else. What on earth did I expect to find here? And they're having a bit of a giggle. But the love is overwhelming. They are asking for us to just be quiet for a few moments. They are saying that all we are doing here is we are having our frequency almost recalibrated to this higher frequency. What they're sharing with me is that we can, in this space, as we go forth, when we return from this space, we will be carrying a frequency that every time we might go into the ocean or a body of water for a swim, we are spreading that frequency. If we even run our hands under a tap at home to wash, or we sit in a bath, they're asking that if we sit in a bath at night or if we're under the shower, to just tune in and to think of this beautiful frequency. And as the water either pours through us in the shower or as we sit in the bath, just thinking about that will go into the water, and then it'll go down into the plug hole, into the water systems of the planet. Everything is connected. The water is all connected. If we want to be out and it's raining, we can stick our hands in the rain and just tune into this frequency again. So every time we're around any kind of water, if we can just spend a moment, just even one in breath and one out breath, just reconnecting back to this space that we're in, allows, I'm almost seeing like a shock wave of energy that will go out from around us that impacts the collective, impacts the water, impacts the land. It impacts everything. For without water, there is no life. It is imperative. The water, the sunlight, it doesn't matter how good the soil is or, what we've got. Without water, there is no life. And water carries the frequency. Water carries the memories. And what they're showing me now is okay, so this is why it was important. So when they showed us earlier what we need to start doing in terms of the just sitting in that space for a minute, feeling that wave of emotion or sadness or anger or whatever it is, and then letting it go and breathing it out, letting it go. What they want us to do is, because that keeping our frequency clear of any kind of stagnancy or heaviness or sadness, any of those slightly lower emotions that bring us down, what will happen is that every time we tune into this band of frequency with what we're doing, is it allows it to ripple out that much faster. It's almost like the signal is clearer, because that little like shock wave that I've just seen coming out of us can come out so much more easily if there's no density for it to work through, like sadness, like fear, like shame or guilt or anything that we've held on to. So if our channels are clear and if we stop holding on to all that density, it's like the shock wave can just ripple that much further because it doesn't have to push through anything. And that shockwave that they're showing me is almost like a plasma. It feels like it's like a jelly-like substance that emanates from us. It's not just pure energy. It is actually going to be able to have a tangible effect on like our physical matter. Wow. This is fascinating. So that's why it is so important to not hold on to any of these things, because we're going to continue to see them. And they're sharing with me that there is going to be what appears like more suffering. There are going to be more animals leaving the planet. There is going to be more people leaving the planet. There is going to be turmoil and upheaval, and we are not to carry that. We are just here to witness it, to honor it, and to acknowledge it, because that is enough. They're not asking us not to feel it, just not to carry it. In the feeling it, we honor it. In the feeling it, we anchor that in, and we can almost in that moment even say, no more. No more suffering, no more pain. But knowing that in that moment, with whatever pain it is that we are seeing, that this is just a necessary thing for us to get through before we get to the other side. It is just the density that needs to clear. And so they're asking us just to just hold on to that, to just hold on to that, because some of these beings are leaving this density because they are repopulating the newer, higher densities that we are going to move into. So if things are going to go extinct, or there's going to be awful things that are happening, bear in mind that those animals, those souls, or those people, some of them are leaving, and so that they can come into new bodies in these new spaces. Remember that what you are seeing here, a lot of it is not exactly as it appears. And they're saying that's why it's really important, if you're seeing anything like that, to just go into the quiet. If you're in your car, or if you're in a public space, or try and find somewhere just to go and take a couple of deep breaths. You might walk past a television and hear something, and all of a sudden you are really upset. You might be watching something. Just disengage from it for a moment. Breathe. Come into the true presence. Feel into your heart space. Find us there, and remember these words. All is not as it seems. Whatever may seem like a loss is not necessarily a loss. The fact that you care, the fact that you feel their pain, the fact that you grieve is enough. All right, so just taking another couple of deep breaths and just really feel breathing in that higher frequency. I'm feeling very almost light, and there is a deep sense of peace. I mean, I'm feeling like it's very strange, because I'm feeling a little bit of sadness at, I guess, what we might have to witness, but in this space that we're in, there is such a deep sense of peace, and I think it's important to keep returning to that. The peace, the joy, and knowing that every time we do this, we are in fact anchoring in this higher frequency into our physical plane, that this ripple bursts out of us. And they're saying, imagine when you're in that quiet space where you're just breathing, and no matter what emotion it is that you're experiencing, but just see that ripple flowing out from you. See it flowing out. And call on the dragons, and call on the whales and the dolphins. Call on them, call on their consciousness to help you clear anything if you are feeling like stuck. If you notice that wave that's coming out of you is not really going far, or if you feel like you can't move out of where you are, ask them to come in and clear that for you. That's what they're here for. And this beautiful, beautiful, massive blue whale is now, there's this beautiful sound vibrating all around us. I feel like this gas around us, or this kind of air, this space that we are in, that feels very strange and plasma-like, but air-like, but I don't know how to describe it, but it's, as she sends that song through, there is like a ripple through all of us that is one final calibration, and I'm being shown like a key and a lock, and what I'm getting from her is that this frequency is now locked into us, locked into our fibers, locked into our waters, into our cells, and we will now carry it wherever we go, and we can pass it on to others if we wish, exactly like we do with the waters, if that we bath and shower and swim in. If you feel like somebody needs it, if you feel like an animal needs it, pass it on. Put out your hand and imagine this beautiful blue plasma light emanating from your hand, this beautiful aquamarine color. And just asking you, if it calls to you, all of you, to just please put your hands on your thymus, the space between your heart center and your throat. They are showing me that that's where it's gone into. I don't know if any of you felt that, but I just felt this huge like wave of energy coming into my thymus, and then like this massive expansion, almost like I couldn't feel the skin on the front of my body. And just locking it into the thymus. The thymus is our stargate, our stargate, our connection to anywhere that we want to travel. The higher heart. It's almost like the spiritual heart. We have our physical heart in our body, and connected to that is this higher heart, the stargate. And just breathing in and out of this thymus for a couple of breaths, just allowing that to really settle in, anchor in. And as this happens, I'm feeling like we're all being sucked through up this vortex again to bring us out back into this lake where we started, this body of water. And just allowing all of these energies just to be sealed in. Just sealing them all in now. Sealing our fields. I have the beautiful little diva from the aquamarine crystal. She's running a beautiful aquamarine light around all of our auric fields, further sealing that in. And the whales and the dolphins bid us farewell. We see them disappearing into the depths of the lake. They are saying thank you for spending the time here with them today. They want to thank us for still feeling in an unfeeling world. Remember always to tap into your heart. Feeling is not a, what is the word here that I'm looking for? It's not a problem. It's not a flaw. It is a gift. If everybody on this planet could not feel anymore, we would be in a much worse place than where we are. The fact that we feel is everything. We just don't need to attach to that feeling. We need to allow that emotion to flow through us and then to be gone. Be the witness, not the carrier. Thanking the whales and dolphins for this beautiful frequency that they've left us with here today. Thanking them for their time and their energy. Much gratitude. Thanking Gaia. Thanking the beautiful aquamarine diva. Thanking Dolphin. Thanking all of the dragons for holding the space for us here today. For our teams of light and all beings unseen and seen and unknown and known. Thank you for all this beautiful work today. And now we walk away from this space knowing that our waters are recalibrated to this new high frequency. And as we walk this earth being these pillars of light, that now not only are we grounding in the solar codes, but we are grounding in these beautiful water codes with every step that we take. And I'm also just being shown an image of, even if we're not walking or swimming in the water or swimming in the sea or body of water, if we're walking on a beach or next to a body of water, so maybe there's a lake and you're walking through the forest, or there's a little stream next to you or something like that, by just standing barefoot on the ground and just envisioning all these beautiful aquamarine colored codes flowing out of your hands. You can send them to the water, flowing out through your feet, send them into Gaia, flowing out through your crown, send them up and ask all of the dragons to take them wherever they need to go, all the fairies if you're in a forest or something like that. Call on the elementals to take all these codes that are flowing out through you to wherever they need to be. And your imagination, your intention is everything. So even if you cannot get near water and all of a sudden you are feeling called to do it, you can do it in your living room if you need to. Simply connect with Connect with your heart and connect with this memory, this frequency that now lives within you, and know that it will be done. So just as we watch all these beings go and just sealing the space that we've been in today, just taking your time to come back into your physical body, start moving your arms and your legs and just feeling the floor or the chair underneath you, wherever you are sitting, wiggling your fingers and toes. You can open your eyes when you're ready, come back into the space. Taking a few deep breaths and possibly a drink of water. You might need a grounding crystal, and just really tugging on those roots at the bottom of your feet, just feeling the roots being magnetized and your feet being magnetized back to the earth, just fully grounding you, and just drinking up a beautiful column of Gaia's very grounding energy. This one that's coming in is brown and red, and just anchoring us, because I don't know, I'm feeling a little bit lightheaded, and yeah, just feeling that beautiful brown and red energy just going all the way up through your feet, your calves, up through your knees, into your legs, your hips, and settling in at the base of your spine, and feeling that now magnetized to the planet as well. And when you are ready, I will see you back in our physical space. Thank you so much.